Hi friends, Andy Vegan. I'm making spinach smoothie today. Greens have to be on my menu every day. Greens is so important. My favorite, as I would say, fruit. I mean, if I would be asked, all fruits are great from plants, but greens, they are so important because in plants, in fruit, we don't have this green and these minerals. There are certain kinds of nutrients that you have to eat fruit, huge amounts of fruit to get them without greens. But the greens make it very easy to get plenty of nutrients in. And eating greens, fresh leafy greens, is like taking a deep breath of fresh air through all the cells of the body. It's really great. So I miss it if I don't have it, very clear. So a green smoothie is a good way to get it because the smoothie breaks up the cells completely and the nutrients go directly in. Of course, we should eat it slowly, not just gulp it down, slowly, sip by sip. Then there's nothing to say against the smoothie and blending it up with a high-speed blender. No problem at all. Scientific studies backed. And now I make of course, a variety of smoothies to make it delicious, and the variety always is also related to biodiversity. Biodiversity is not only outside in nature, but also if we have a different array of fruit and veggies, plants to eat, then we have a huge amount of variety in nutrients. They're not always the same nutrients. I'm not talking about vitamins only and minerals. We know there are a special, very limited number of vitamins and minerals, as we know, but there's almost unlimited 100,000s of phytonutrients. And we only begin to understand how they work together. It's very complex, not easy to discover, because there are so many and they have very different relationships. And every single plant has their own phytonutrients. So that's why variety is so great. You can't go wrong if you have a different food all the time. If it's healthy, of course, whole food, plant-based, and so on, these kind of things. The variety is the key to optimal nutrition, I would say. As I feel, I'm not a doctor, I'm not another scientist in that, but that's what I feel. Variety is so great. That's why I also make every day a new recipe, to have this variety. And it is so wonderful to be on a plant-based diet, on a vegan diet, because only then I began to understand the endless variety of this vegan food. So make it easy now. I begin with a new variety. I just put a large mango and a large orange together. That is not totally randomly, because the orange here is very good for the spinach, because the spinach is super healthy and very inexpensive and always available, but it has a little problem. It has oxalates. There is an acid or a heavy insoluble salt, so salt that remains always a salt. It doesn't resolve, so it can build stones in the body, in the kidneys, in the gallbladder. That's not so nice if you have stones in the body. It can be painful. And if you eat a lot of spinach all the time without anything, that can happen. So that's not so good. But once in a while, spinach is okay in a variety, then it's no problem at all. No problem at all. It's very healthy. But to make it easier, you can always put, for example, a lemon in or an orange. Then this effect of the oxalates, of these acids or salts, is balanced. Nice. Lemon is very good for it. Orange, I guess, too. And tahini, for example, sesame seeds, also very good for that. So that's why this combination with citrus fruit and spinach is so nice. And you can taste it. It tastes also well. Though spinach also very nice green because it's a gentle flavor. Usually greens are have a very strong flavor. The green tastes a little bit bitter. but the spinach is very gentle, so it is easy to use. It's easy to make a delicious smoothie with spinach. Just to have to know which ingredients to add to make it really super healthy, to get all the nutrients absorbed. Yeah? For example, the calcium is huge in orange. That's why I put orange in here. And if you have the spinach, there's also calcium, iron in the spinach, but you cannot absorb it so easily because of the oxalates. So adding a little orange in there means you have the calcium, because the oxalates in the spinach do not block the absorption of calcium or iron from other ingredients like sesame seeds or orange, in this case orange. So that's also good to know. You can always solve the problem with food combining. And another ingredient here to make it more delicious is ginger. I have a good amount of ginger here. This is maybe 2 or 3 inches of ginger root. Go in there. That's very nice with orange, with mango, and with spinach. All have a wonderful flavor. Tastes very nice with ginger. So when I would blend this now, it would end up in a cream, almost in a pudding, because the mango especially has a very high in fiber, and the fiber makes it thick, the smoothie. So I will just add a little bit of coconut water here. I have coconut water. You can get it from fresh coconuts, or you can buy it also, as you like. When I put water in here, it might taste a little bit too little. The flavor, this wonderful flavor of the spinach and the orange and the mangoes is diluted. And that's why I take coconut water. That will not dilute the flavor because there's sugar in there. It has a nice flavor. I begin with a cup maybe, 1.5 cups. I can always add to desired texture later. Orange juice would be another option, but I want to have in the main flavor in this smoothie with the spinach should be mango today. I have a large mango, so I want to have a mango flavor. That's why I wouldn't put too much orange juice in there. What you could, it would be nice and healthy, super delicious, but it would not be the mango flavor in the first place. I want to have a mango flavor today first. That's why coconut water. And blender dance. Let's have a look if the texture is good enough. Oh, it's pretty thick. It's still, with 1.5 cups of coconut water, it's still thick because of this huge amount of fiber in the mango. But it is thick, yes, but it is okay for a smoothie. There's a nice smoothie texture, so that's okay. Let's taste it. Wonderful. There's the mango. The coconut from the water is very much in the background. It doesn't really disturb. There's no coconut in the foreground. No, it's a mango smoothie. Mango spinach smoothie. Very nice. Have a look. I could use a little bit more coconut water if I want to, but it's not necessary. It's wonderful as is. Very nice. Yeah, and it's also with the ginger. This is a very nice peak here. Yeah, the ginger and the spinach go very nice together. Because there is always a slight bitterness in the spinach, and to that, the hot ginger responds a little bit. Yeah, it balances it very nice out. They have 2 peaks, the ginger and the spinach bitterness. So that's a small thing. It would be a nice smoothie without ginger too, of course, but ginger makes it even better. You could also add lemon, for example, to give it another twist. Yeah, a little bit more. That depends also on your lemon, in your orange. If the orange, for example, is very sweet and ripe, you can think about if you would like to add a little bit lemon or so. But the orange is not super sweet, then maybe not. But it would be also a nice addition anyway. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoy. Get your greens daily. I do. I have to. And if you like, give me a thumbs up. Maybe subscribe and be vegan on YouTube. have another recipe every single day, and find me on Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest and Twitter.